is. But in the meantime, while we're here on the earth, there's this, it's not a fight, but it's an exchange. Exchange, a changing of directions, of going from death to life. Okay? The exchange, the exchange, the exchange. This is where we are. We're in the middle. That's the chaos. That's the unknown. The unknown. Ran out of paper. Mitzi ran out of spaces. I'm going to try to get that word. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Okay, 29. Changing directions. What do we got here? 1434, 52, 59, 73. Maybe it is. 34, 52, 59, 73. You know what that 73 is? If you've ever watched my show before, that's the magic portal. 73 is the magic portal. Okay? Now we came through a magical portal when our mothers birthed us into this world. And when we leave, we're going to go back through a magical portal to be born into that world. You know, we die in the other world to be born in this world. I'm just using figures of speech. Then we die in this world to be born in the other world. 73. So part of nitrogen, golly, there's the whole formula right there if you just want to take the words and do it. Let's see. So we got a 29 and we got a 73. Oh my goodness sakes, what have we got? We got a 102. Stay with me. Now if I want to just go this way, I'll go that way. That's 12. 12 is the number of enlightenment, if you want to. It's also the number of anger. And I guarantee you that of the 7 billion people approximately that are on the earth today are angry about being here, but they don't understand it and they don't understand the sexual energy that's running through them and what to do with it and how to create with it and get with it. It's all about this vibration. They consider this lice. You know, they're angry because they got lice. But anyway, that's 12. Or I could take it down further and give me the Empress. All right? And the Empress is creation. The Empress is pregnancy. And I'm talking about pregnancy with gifts. We're pregnant with gifts. Singing, dancing, cooking, building bridges, creating formulas, and with chemists. You know, whatever is your thing. Or we can take it this way and go 102. You want to do that? Now this number we're talking about is nitrogen, right? Now this is the first time I'm seeing it just like you. So let's see where we're going. 102. Let's just for a moment, just because I like to play, let's say there was a void at one time before there was anything, and there still is. And out of this void, it, she, him, they, whatever, decided it, she, wanted to know itself. So this 0 out of this 1, imagine it as being a big, gigantic balloon. A great big balloon filled with air. Okay? All right. And it wanted to know and to see itself. So let's say we just pricked it. And so out of all of this, whatever's here, but it's really, this is very simple because there are no boundaries. But anyway, because 0 is no boundaries. You know, it's everywhere, all the time, going at whatever speed that you cannot know, ever. That's us too. But anyway, so this divine force, this force that's behind God, wanted to know itself. So it said, I will know itself so I can see myself. It ain't a myself like ourself. God is not a man. It's not that kind of energy. But let's say that the force of creation was going to create what it would be out of this tremendous chaos. So here's the 1. All right? So we have this, then we have this. Now, that's all this force that is just pushing forth. Woo! Pushing forth. You know, like an orgasm. All right? That's it. Woo! Well, we've got to have something if we're going to become materialized to receive it. There's the 2. Something has to receive that force. So you have the 0 to wants to see itself, whatever that is, and then without something to receive that force, like a man and a woman receiving that force, then it would just keep going. And there would be no formulations or materializing, if you will, in form. You know, and that's what you're seeing. Looks like you're seeing a form here. You believe you're a form. So there's the 2. But if you add this and this together, what do you get? But the 3. And what is this? What is that? I think we already said that, but we'll go right back here. It is this. Right there. It is the child of these 2 magnificent energies. So you've got the 1, you got the 0, the 1 plus the 2 equals the 3, equals the form, equals the empress, equals the human beings. Okay? Now, can you imagine, Mitzi, how in the world all that came from the word lice? Huh? The one thing that we can't stand, the idea. So in our lives, when we get those things that we think that we don't want and can't stand and don't need to have in our lives, we need to fling the door open and say, come on in. Don't sit at the end of the table. Take my seat. I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you. So now, this brings me, because I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't help but love it. This is one of my paintings that Mitzi and Sandy brought today. And Mitzi pulled the back of a card off of it. And I said, what about that? Since you've done that, darling, I know that it will be included in the theme for today. I mean, it had to be. So guess what this says? Take in consideration everything I've said so far. Okay? About the chaos, about the lice in our lives, and most especially, whoa, here I hear it coming, most especially in our heads. Yes. Those things we want to get rid of, we think it's bad, wrong, dirty, ugly, bad. I already said bad. What's bad? That keeps ringing in my head. Let's see what it is. 1. Oh yeah, I did this on another show. I remember that. 7. You know, that's 7. So, God is bad. How about that? Anyway, much especially in our heads. So, let's just read this a moment. Let's just see what we're talking about. We are talking about facing the demons. Facing the demons. Life can certainly be a demon if you've ever tried to get it out of a child's head. We continue to meet ourselves at every turn. Our lives are on an undeniable course of self-evolution. Each layer of our personality is enclosed in countless webs of estranged, conflicting, variegated, emotional barrage. I like that. A barrage. That's a pretty sensual sound to it. We emerge in our daily walk to confront those aspects of ourselves we need to integrate and claim the unexpressed activity of. Okay? Okay. Okay, you know, it seems like I say that a whole lot. Let's see what that is. Oh, that must be that 0, huh? That must be that sun. That must be the electron right here. Huh, this must be the nucleus with the proton and the neutrons in it too, but anyway. So, what are we talking about? Why did I even put that up there? The O, the O, the O, the O, the expression of ourselves. We continue to meet ourselves on every, okay, we're on a self-evolution. Self-evolution. The 0, the 0, the 0, the 0. We meet ourselves. God. Okay. Self-evolution. Let's go with it. All right, Mitzi, I'm not going to hold them out this time. 1, 5, 3, 6, 5. Well, I got to keep that 22 because that's a master number. 6, 3. That's a 3, 2. 2, 9, 6, 5. Well, that 5 ain't going to stay up there. It's going to come down here. Okay, we got 5, 10, 16, 19, 28, 34. Let's do it again. 10, 16, 19, 28, 34. I just love that. That's a 7. What are we talking about? We're talking about chaos. We're talking about silence. We're talking about the God. The God is, the it is, the child, the mother, father, child, you know, the 1, 2, and then the 3 right there. But anyway, going back down, so we've got a 34, which is a 7, so we're talking about that. You know, and then here we have 10, 32, 35, 37, 42. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. 10, 32, 35, 37, 42. It sure is. What are you going to do with 42? I say that all the time. This particular number right here, this 42, carries such enormous power. And there's a significant reason for that. But it's a very chaotic reason. So we won't get into that today. But just remember that. Whenever you hear that number, see that number, run across that number, what are you going to do with 42? So let's add it together today. What do we have? We have a 76. You know we do. We have a 7 and a 6. And here 7 and 6 is 13. And 13 is always death and transformation. All right. Guess what? All right. Just as soon as I finish that sentence, I can't even say it fast enough, because as soon as the words come out of my mouth, as soon as I turn, it's happened in microseconds. But I am dying and being transformed, and you are too. Whoever and whomever you thought or you imagined me to be when I started this show, I am no longer that. Nor are you. You are constantly changing. If you were not, you would be heading towards equilibrium. You know, that balance that I told you about? You would be heading, all your systems would be slowing down, and you would not, those molecules would not be communicating through this nitrogenic base, and you would be fast approaching death. You got it? So this riveting unknown. Oh, that's why I did the 0. I was trying to wonder why. And maybe I did it for that reason, maybe I didn't. The unknown. Didn't I say I was going to do that, Mitzi? Who knows if I did or not. I'm going to put that 0 back there, because that's sun to me. But anyway, death and transformation. We are continually dying every single solitary day. And this self-evolution is pushing us, or we're on this horse that's carrying us into the unknown. And the more that you try to keep things known and fixed and in a secure basis, security, yeah. You know, any of those things that you're trying to do, well, it's not going to happen anyway, but you're pushing yourself towards death. You're trying to be dead. You don't want to be alive. You don't want to feel the vital force that's running through you, this sexual force. Sexuality is the highest form of spirituality available to mankind. But most people stop at intercourse. That's as much as they know. That's like calling a tree and thinking it's a tree and nothing else. Is my hat falling down? Let's see, I thought it was. Okay. So anyway, let's go into this sexual energy. We, most of the time, humans are so fearful of it. Truly, regardless of, probably because it brings this ultimate pleasure, the touching of the hem of the garment of that, whatever is behind God, that force that creates us, has caused the self-evolution to bring us into manifestation. And we somehow think that we have control over that, but we don't, any more than we do anything else in our lives. So when we're facing the unknown, facing the demons, we continue to meet ourselves at every turn. Our lives are on an undeniable course of self-evolution. Okay, that's what I was going to do. That was the O. That was the O, darling. Okay, let me get that down. So much is running. All right, we're on this course, and so this course cannot be stopped until, of course, we leave from this earth. So anything we're trying to do to cause it to happen faster, that's stupid. Anything we're trying to do to stop it, that's stupid. Get on the horse and ride. Face your demons every day. Like I said, life shows up at your door. Come on in. Come on. I'm glad to see you. I thought you might be dropping by. Come on in. Sit right here. No, better yet, let me sit down. You sit on my lap. See what we can't get going on. Our lives are on an undeniable course of self-evolution. Each layer of our personality is enclosed in countless webs of estranged, that means they're far apart, okay? If they ain't far apart, they're going to be pulled into that nucleus and they're going to be destroyed. And if you're pulled into that nucleus and you're destroyed, that means you don't no longer exist. That's what it means. I mean, as this